Hello, it's me again. So, you can see who this video is about in the background, and I have a few things to say first. I have a few things and then two questions, actually. So I've already filmed this review. So if I sound sad, it's because I've already done this, like a week ago. I have a very scary dentist appointment, too! And the second one will lead to an even scarier one likely getting scheduled. Fun. Don't be 17 and don't get wisdom teeth if you're scared. Unfortunately, you have no choice, just like me. I'm terrified. But, more importantly, I'm also dealing with stuff because I tried to host an art fight and it rapidly went downhill. And I have very strong opinions on some of the participating people. None of them are bad people. But they've not been the nicest to me. And so, not bad people, and I really want to emphasize that, and I'm not going to say names, because they're not bad people, and this is also a doll review, but feeling things. And I even ended the art fight early, in part, because of feeling those things, and I literally just did that, and now, I don't know what I'm doing. More importantly, I have already filmed this review. And for some reason, my laptop deleted the audio. And then I just tried to film it and got interrupted. So I have also said this beginning part before. But it was also kept messing up and making everything look grayscale. So I turned on that moon lamp in the back and hopefully that'll help. Now, the reason this is difficult, I could have put off their review. Easily could have put off their review, done someone else first. The reason I didn't is because I have become very set in the fact that it sounded nice to do. So I don't remember the order of my last reviews, but I do know I did Claudine and Draculaura in a set, and then I think I did Fearodescent after them, as far as I remember. I have Cleo and Laguna now. So it feels kind of nice that if you were to put all of the Monster Ball reviews back, you would have back to back. You would have one of my ships, and then Frankie in the middle. Frankie's girlfriend next, but Cleo would kind of be paired with Laguna, since Amped Up Frankie is not technically a Monster Ball doll, which is really confusing to me because it is their Monster Ball outfit. Though, if anyone else who's watching this, of the whopping 2 people, cares, I did learn that likely the reason that they were excluded and why the upcoming leaked Ballerina Skulltimate set only has 4 dolls is because apparently in-store retailers only get 4 dolls of a line in a shipment, which I don't know how valid this is because at every store I've been to, they have had the full collections of all 3 Skulltimate lines. And so I don't know if these stores are just ordering multiple shipments, but from what I've heard is you can only get 4 in a shipment. And so basically, if Monster Ball was packed together, stores would only be getting 4 of the 5 and would have to buy a second shipment to get some of that last doll and then have extra of the others. I don't know how true this is, because I feel like every time I've been to a store, they've had full stock of all the Skulltimate dolls, especially Wave 1, and I feel like maybe there were some holes in Fearodescent, but with Neon Frights, I've seen it fully stocked at 2 different Targets, and, not fully stocked at Walmart. I've been to a Walmart and they only had 2 of the dolls. I don't even remember which. They had 2, I think it was Twyla and Draculaura, and then I found 1 Frankie on like the top shelf because I was curious, but I was like mourning over buying Abby because I didn't think I would buy Abby. But update, after the Monster Ball reviews, I do have 2 even better reviews coming because I do have Abby and I do have the Holy Grail of G3, and if you keep up with G3, you know that I am referring to no one other than Venus McFlytrap. So now I'm going to pause the recording and let out my psychotic cat that you can see right there. I have 2 cats. That's the house cat. That's the cat that's everyone's cat. My cat doesn't do that. That's Luna. That's the house cat. So the footage will cut back and I'll ask my questions for you guys. So here are my 2 questions. So the one that is actually a bit more planned out is that I wanted to ask if I should repost my doll unboxings from my doll. I've heard that you're not supposed to say the names of other social medias on YouTube, so I'm going to say camera app. That one. You should know which one. I'm trying to decide if I should post those reels as Instagram shorts. Or not Instagram shorts. Well, I just ruined whatever I was trying to do. YouTube shorts. Also, this intro is getting really long, so I'm going to get to my next question. This is a bit of an impulse one because I noticed this as I started to open up my laptop. Its audio recently has been having problems. And I'm starting to think I may accidentally have smacked it onto something too hard because this laptop sucks, and so I've never really put in the capacity, the ADHD combined with it not even being good. It's not the most well taken care of. I don't neglect my laptop, but it doesn't get special treatment either. I don't take care of it like I do my phone or my Switch. So I did notice the camera quality looked a little more like something close to the year I was born. Which, if you didn't know, I'm a 2006 baby. So if this is looking a little more like recorded on a cheap digital camera and put on VHS family video quality, I can't really do anything about it, but I would like to know if I'm going insane or not. I may just be going insane. Is it graying out the footage again? And I think I'm not going insane. I think it's glitching more. And I'm so sorry if it is, because I love doing these reviews, but I don't have the phone space to do them on my phone because I almost said the F word. Can't do that on YouTube. I'm a Genshin player. I know. How dare. But here's the more important thing. But I want to quickly mention that I happened to find these. And I just want to quickly say, because I did do this in the original version of this review that had the audio yoinked. These 3, they are $12 each, normally. My Target, not my Target. Actually, we went to a totally different Target that I've only been in never before, actually. That was the first time I've ever been in it. And they had them. They only had 2 Draculoras. Or, it may have been 1 Draculaura. They may have only had 1 Draculaura. Ton of Frankie and Claudine, but they were on sale half off for $6 each, and so I picked up all 3. If you find them on sale, I recommend them. They do talk.
You 2 are the best booze.
Of course she said the saddest line. They talk.
That's good. Go, Watty, go.
Frankie, say my favorite of yours.
Go, Watty, go. That's good.
They're not doing it.
To the lab.
That was it. To the lab. I think that one's really cute.
Aw, Casket.
I wouldn't say they're worth $12. Because 3 $12 plushies does add up to $36 plus tax. And, you could get a Skulltimate doll for cheaper than that. I really like them. I don't think their retail price is worth it. I think I would have just bought Draculaura if I found them, because I did nearly only buy Draculaura and one other, but I couldn't pick between Claudine and Frankie, because, like, they're both so good. But, anyways, it's time for what this video is actually about. 9 minutes into the video. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to get out that intro, and ask those questions and complain about it messing up. Now, the first thing I want to get out is, yes, these 2 dolls are similar. But I do think they are both very good in their own right. And it kind of bothers me when people are like, oh my god, they're identical. They are similar. But if you think these 2 are identical, I want you to take a look back at G1 and see that G1 also had a lot of dolls with similarities. It is because they're characters with a consistent established style, and I know we've already had an issue with repeat accessories in G3, but there's only like one repeat accessory in this. And I know some of these pieces are repeats from other sets, but that's a different issue. Between these two, they only share one repeat accessory. And otherwise, it's just similar style. And I think that's just Frankie being a consistent, established character, and that's okay. I don't know why people are so fun time with comparing these two dolls and basically saying one is bad because it's similar to the other. It's just a single character that has a style. And, yeah. Their headphones are a bit of a problem. I do now have Neon Fright's Cleo, and her headphones stay on so much better. I don't know if it's because Amped Up came out earlier. I forgot the word I was going to say. I assume Amped Up Frankie was designed alongside Monster Ball. I think they were released a little later than Monster Ball, but Iridescence and Monster Ball rolled out together. And, Neon Frights came later. So I wonder if the reason Neon Frights' headphones are better is because of that. I don't know if it's because they do have a face microphone, because Gulia's a gamer now. I don't know. But these ones are flimsy, and they don't stay on their head, and I really regret taking off the little plastic piece that held them on. Because now they just fall off. Now, what is fun is in the original version of the review, I actually forgot to bring out their little phone because I actually gave it to Iridescence Frankie. So I'll get that out of the way first. It's silver this time, which is interesting because this, I guess, confirms that Frankie has multiple phone cases, but they are just the exact same in different colors. So I guess Frankie is one of those teenagers that color themes their outfits to every accessory they have. It does appear that they are texting with Cleo. And really, that's all I need in life. That phone alone, that's all I need. So now I'll talk about their other accessories, which I like most of them. Some of them feel a little out of place. Example A is this weird pocket at the back of the bag that the only thing I can reasonably assume goes in there is the photo that they have for some reason. I don't know if this is supposed to be a callback to their signature doll, which is interesting because the signatures are getting revamped. The core refresh. Is Frankie going to come with a camera again in that? Is this a reoccurring theme for them? Because I'm not caught up on the show, but as far as I'm caught up, Frankie's not whipped out a camera. And I know that, like, we've not gotten a lot of focus on Claudine's fashion, even though we are confirmed that it is a thing. And really, I can't think of any of the other girls' hobbies off the top of my head. It feels random here. I think, it's something. Also, this photo, if you can see, uses the now unused artwork for these, whereas the original photos used doll photos, which, in those doll photos, Drek actually kind of looks like it's the prototype. But yeah, these are the first photos, and these are Frankie's this is Frankie's tiny camera. I just stepped on the box. Whoops. I just forgot. I haven't talked about the box yet. So, they are the exact same size. And, I don't know why it's there. I don't know why they have a purse designed to just have a single photo pocket in the back. Like, come on, Frank. Why? What? Their other accessories. Why is Instagram asking me if I want it to use Bluetooth? What does that have to do with anything? They have a relabeled bottle of what comes in the vending machine and what originally came with their Creepover doll. A little much on the recolors already. Or not even recolors, it's just got a different sticker on it. They have gummy sour candy. this I felt like was very important. You can also get this, you will also get this if you purchase the vending machine. But love it all the same. They come with a, if I can pick it up, tiny functional mirror. Great. I really like the back. I love that they still use the skelettes super consistently. Makes me very happy. Oh, the handle also has spider webs on it. I like that there are a lot of unique models still. They do have this giant ring that says Zap, and I don't know about anyone else who has this doll. I've not talked to anyone else with this doll about this issue. I cannot get this to reasonably stay on their fingers. I don't know if it's because I'm having them holding hands with Cleo or if they just hate me, but I can't get it on. They also come with 2 hair clips, which I think is interesting because they do have a lot going on with their head already, which is why I have opinions of Neon Fright Schoolia, because her glasses and her headphones and her earrings do not all fit at the same time. I currently have her glassesless because it's simply that bad. They're just little, like, clothespins. You can't even see them. I don't know if they're clothespins. Clothespins? I can't talk. They're just little hair clips. They're cute. They're something. They're there. They weren't necessary. Much like this neon green transparent comb. I do think they wanted this to be a more accessory-heavy doll because their dress is less flamboyant than the other Monster Ball dolls. That's what I can safely assume. I mean, they're performing in the actual episode. I've not watched the episode yet, though, so I don't know. Also, I will say I was much more sad and depressed when I filmed the original version of this video. And this original version went to like 29 minutes, and I'm already almost done. Well, like about over halfway, and we're at 16 minutes. So I think I'm talking faster and happier this time. We have a blow dryer. You know, it would be really nice if I was able to edit my videos because there's been a lot of pauses that I simply cannot cut out, and you have to listen to them, including me doing that. It's a very simple blow dryer. I will say it feels very Frankie, but apart from feeling Frankie, it doesn't feel Monster High. There's no skelettes on here, and I think that could have been skeleton-shaped. That could have been skeleton-shaped. As someone who has a Rainbow High doll that came with a blow dryer, Rainbow High did it better, but Monster High's never been as keen on accessories as Rainbow High has proven to be. And then they come with this really cute little hairspray. And it opens. And I think that that's fucking adorable. I wasn't supposed to cuss. Well, what's done is done. I'm not refilming this a third time. Just, I'm 17. I'm allowed to curse. I don't mark my videos as for kids. I'm allowed to curse. I'll try not to do it again on YouTube because I don't think I'm supposed to. Talking about their headphones again, they have the little original Frankie heart, and it won't focus, and just chains and spikes and cool stuff. And I love that this is a consistent reoccurring theme with them now because they also had their beautiful headpiece from Furidescent. I wish it stayed on their head better, and I wish they didn't have Polly. I'm not a big Polly hater, though I was messing with Signature Claudine, and she was giving me issues earlier. Actually, before I talk about them, I'm going to show you guys the box, because I almost forgot to do that, and not everyone's going to get to see this box, because it's not on store shelves. So if you're not buying this doll, you're not going to see their package, because you're not going to see them at your local Walmart or Target. They're an Amazon exclusive, which I explained earlier why I'm pretty sure they're an Amazon exclusive. Again, dolls with the new art style. Love it. I love art that looks good and isn't traced. Their background art is actually super cute, and I love how it is a full thing. Look at the back. You can barely see it, and it doesn't fit in frame. I love it because it's a mirror. It's the light from there. It's that. That's what the box is meant to look like, and I think that's really creative and cute, and I really like it. I know the packaging isn't the same as it was in G1, but I do like what they're doing with it. I think the signature packages are a little more akin to the current generation, whereas the last packages were also akin to that generation. I mean, what I was seeing Monster High as when I was a little kid and 6 years old in 2012 was the style of the original Monster High boxes. They were special, but they looked like what Hot Topic looked like back then. And let's be real, I still love Hot Topic, but this is kind of what Hot Topic looks like now, if that's not too controversial of an opinion. I like G3 Monster High. I think it's keeping up with modern day trends very well. I don't think it would have done as well if it exclusively appealed to younger friends? Younger fans that did grow up in the 2000s and 2010s. I was born in 2006. I was raised on 90s and early 2000s toys and video games. And so, I don't know. Also, a piece of plastic just fell out of it on my floor. I think G3 is doing well. And as someone who has a huge appreciation for 90s toys and toys that came out in the decade I was born and the 2010s, the decade I was growing up in, I think G3 did well. I think it did good at keeping Monster High, but keeping the new generation in mind. And I don't know how well Monster High is selling to the new generation. I don't go to school. I'm in online. I don't talk to kids younger than me online. The youngest of my friends is 15, I think. And, he likes Monster High. He likes the original generation of Monster High. He grew up on that too. So, like, I don't know anyone that is young enough to walk into G3 without a familiarity with G1. I do know that I have sat in a Walmart toy aisle on the floor going through the dolls and been death stared by teenage girls that looked younger than me. So there is that. I guess you could say that's an example. Actually, I was at Target the other day and I was picking the best face for Abby. The best Abby they had, because of course I have to pick the best Abby. And, there goes their stand. A group of like 4 teenagers walked past me on the floor picking the best Abby face, and my aunt, who's like 30 something, looking at Encanto toys because she really liked that movie and the playsets are really pretty. And so they literally like glared at me and then went to go look at Rainbow High and Shadow High, and I'm like, look, I grew up with the Monster Dolls, and the Monster Dolls are back, and that doesn't make me less than you. So, now to actually talk about actual Frankie, and this video is run on long, but I'm sure at least one of you will enjoy that, or no one will watch this, and I enjoyed it. And I've been having a sad day, so what matters to me is that I enjoyed filming it. And so now, we're going to talk about Frankie's face. And what I have to say about Frankie's face is I really like this Frankie face. And I also like that they have the lightning bolt there, because it kind of matches how Cleo keeps having that symbol in her makeup. I know it is an Egyptian symbol, and I do not remember the name, and I'm not going to pretend I remember the name, because I would say the wrong thing and feel incredibly guilty. So, but it's on that same eye. Why am I smacking them in the head? I like that. I like that this is another Frankie that has more of a feminine shape to their face. I like to imagine that they just draw on that scar every morning and make it... They have slightly pointed ears and make it fit to the shape of their face they want for that day. Because this Frankie and Coffee Break Frankie both look more feminine, whereas the other Frankies look more masculine. And a friend of mine pointed out that on these two Frankies, their scar is more rounded to their cheek, whereas on the other Frankies, it's kind of flatter. So some Frankies look more feminine and some Frankies look more masculine. And I love pointing out to people, where did my deuce go? He's over there. I moved him and I forgot. I love pointing out that I do think Frankie has a more masculine head mold to kind of contrast the feminine body mold. I myself am not non-binary, but I know a lot of non-binary people, and I can tell that there's not an objective way to be any type of queer identity. And so I can imagine it's not very easy to design a doll that can only be seen in a certain way, because with characters, you can change their appearance more easily. Whereas with a doll, you still need to keep with that consistent style to make a consistent, distinguished character. And I honestly feel like they did really try. And I love seeing friends I care about be so excited about what Frankie is and what Frankie means. And I like that you can tell they tried. I see a lot of people point out that in some of Frankie's dolls, their multi-layered clothing almost gives off the look of someone wearing a binder. And like, again, I don't know much about that. I'm not trans or non-binary, but I do have a lot of friends who are. And like I said, again, I've seen how much this has positively affected them. And like, they did such a good character. Frankie became so much more in G3 because in G1, Frankie was just kind of boy crazy. And like, I know Frankie was like always smart and sciencey, but it wasn't shown. And every time every time they're on screen, they're very smart and sciencey. And like, they have a personality. They're not just this weird plot available thing that doesn't really do much other than fall in love with boys. And, you know, I've never seen Escape from Skull Shores, but apparently that movie confirms that Frankie is made, at least their head, is the head of a scientist that died on this island. I don't know. But I love G3 Frankie. I love G3 Frankie so much more than G1 Frankie. Sorry, I just do. I also could argue that I do love G3 Cleo more as well, because she's more loving towards her friends. I mean, I do love G1 Cleo, and I don't think G1 Cleo is terrible. Anyways, now this video's gonna be longer than the other one because I've still not talked about their outfit. But again, I make these videos for me. So if you don't like how much I talk, go watch one of my videos where I talk less. That's my offer for you. So they did come with a little bracelet that I did put on them. I did that in the other video, but that video is dead. I was so pleased to learn that the sleeves are not a jacket. It is a full one-piece top, and I really like that. I've not taken off the harness piece that they're wearing, and nor do I want to, because I have been having a interesting time with the Neon Frights ones. I have all 3 Neon Frights dolls I want. I don't intend to get Frankie or Drac. But yeah, they've been something. Their hair is pink, blue, and black this time. And I love the inclusion of pink. I can't tell if this is the same pink as Draculaura. I think it may be very similar to the Creep Over Draculaura. But I love how it is just kind of a neon pastel, if that makes any sense. Like, it is both pastel and neon, and I think that is really pretty. Their shoes, which I realize I did not talk much about in the original video, which again is why I don't feel bad that this one's going on longer, and I'm no longer sad I had to re-record it. Their shoes are really pretty. I've seen a lot of people complain that they keep having mismatched shoes, because it's not stylish enough for them, and they think it's ugly. But here's the truth. I've also seen so many comments of people being so happy that Frankie has a prosthetic leg and that it's not covered up. So, to all the people complaining that they don't like the representation, just remember, someone's getting represented and seeing a character like themselves. Again, not a representation I relate to, but any basic moral person should be able to understand why representation is important, even if it's not representation for them. Sorry, I've just been reading a lot of hate comments about G3 lately, and so I have built up rage that I've not had anywhere to express, because I only have two friends that are really into Monster High, and then, like, the others are just kind of, like, watching in confusion. Their shoes are similar to iridescent, but they just stand better. Obviously, like, the complete shoe is not super similar at all, but the heel is. And these ones work way better. These ones are sturdy. That was not a good example. Their shorts feel weirdly familiar. Like, they look like something I've already seen on G3 Frankie, but I may have just been staring at this doll longer than I thought. Again, love their top. The whole harness thing is really cute, and it satisfies the part of me that was really sad that I don't have budget G3 Frankie, or Day Out G3 Frankie. I don't remember the official name. Because I was really sad, because I wanted their, like, chest piece harness thing. They have the tie again. I think it looks a lot better in the hot pink instead of the... Where did the other Frankie go? Instead of the neon yellow green. In fact, I like the lack of neon yellow green in this doll. We've been getting a lot of that in Frankie. And, I do think I prefer the, hot pinks and, electric blues. That's a good word for that. That's an electric blue if I've ever seen any. Yeah. I love this doll. I almost didn't buy them. They are $25 retail. I got them for, like, $20, I think is what they were on sale for. I don't remember for sure. Their keytar is a little more flimsy than I would have hoped. This material bends really easily. As you can see, it is absolutely obliterated. I bet you could use heat to do something with that, but don't listen to me without, checking something else first. And I'm too scared to try doing that. So there's another reason not to listen to me. It is hollow. I think it would have been nice if it was thicker, but if it was thicker, we probably wouldn't have gotten all of their unnecessary extra hair clips that don't really fit in their hair if you want them to wear the headphones. Yeah. That was a strong opinion there. Again, it's not something that feels very Monster High. I am not a fan of LOL dolls. I am, in fact, a LOL doll hater till the day I die. But this does look like something that you would get with an OMG doll. So, it's a little cheapy looking. I like it a lot. I wish it was higher quality. I wish it had little skeletts on it. It doesn't have skeletts. I did just realize it says Stein there, and that's really cute. I feel like their last names aren't mentioned as much this time around. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But, like, I feel like... I don't know. It's weird. I feel like Claudine's the only one that her last name gets mentioned, and that's because she is literally a wolf. So, yeah. Yeah, there's that. So, I think that's really the way I just threw it. I think that's all I have to say. And now I can finally move on. Hey, it's actually fitting on their head. Oh, okay. Now I can actually move on to the other two Monster Ball dolls. And, you know, I'm in complete honesty when I said I have 2 more Monster Ball dolls to review and then I have 2 amazing dolls to review, I kind of forgot that I have 3 Neon Frights dolls literally right there. It's not focusing, and you can't see Twyla, but yeah, there they are. All slightly blurry. So I don't know who I'm going to do first. I'll probably do Venus and Abby after the next 2 Monster Ball dolls, just because they're special. They're special! I didn't think I would be getting Abby because my girlfriend has her, and I didn't think I would be able to get Venus this soon. I've got a whole story about getting Venus. I nearly cried in the car in a Target parking lot over Venus. I've got my priorities set. It's weird to not be able to end a review with a Skulltimate locker, because that's like all of G3. They're gonna fall, so I'm just gonna lay them down on my own accord. And that's the end of the video. The next one won't be as long. I only went on this long because I was sad and because I had to refilm it. So I was going to do this my way to make up for those things. And I swear to God, if the audio disappears on this one too, something horrible will happen. So if you did actually watch this, thank you. I appreciate that. If you like my silly doll rambles. And with that said, goodbye.